Going on, everyone? Welcome back to iHeart Sports. If you're anything like me, you woke up on this beautiful Friday morning and hoping we got some matinee baseball. We have some games being played, but unfortunately, I'm coming to you with a new video, and the news isn't very good. Woke up, found out that the Cardinals Milwaukee game, which was supposed to be the matinee today, postponed. St. Louis Cardinals unfortunately seem to have some positive tests coming out. I wish this story wasn't the top all be all story that I keep reporting on, but really it's the story going around baseball right now. COVID is rampant across the country, and it's starting to make its way into the locker rooms. We talked about it earlier with the Marlins earlier this week. A little bit of an update on the Phillies. They decided that they're going to postpone their weekend games against the Blue Jays this weekend after they've had two people from their team, like they're not the players, there's a staff and a clubhouse worker, they've tested positive for COVID, likely linked back to the Marlins situation. So they're postponed this weekend. Jays are going to be off this weekend now. Marlins are still postponed until the end of the week, so that means the Nationals were supposed to play are also postponed. Haven't heard anything about them making up games with the Jays or anything like that, considering they just played a 4-game set. Don't really suspect that to happen, so I guess it's just we're going to have 20% of the MLB games postponed this season, or this weekend. Going back to this Cardinal situation, it looks like a number of players, personnel, whatever, has tested positive. They were supposed to be playing in Milwaukee this weekend. So I think the common denominator so far, at least, is teams on the road seem to be struggling with this situation. The MLB, at the very least, has been a little bit stronger. They didn't wait till they had another Marlins situation on their hands before postponing. It's only a couple tests, but they are postponing. We don't know the exact numbers yet. We don't know players, whatnot, but the games are postponed, and it raises concerns. This MLB season is hanging by a thread that owners are pushing for this to go along, but I don't see how they can keep this going. Something's going to give soon, and it's just going to take a big situation, maybe just another Marlins situation, maybe another team like the Cardinals. They were just in Minnesota. They were just playing the Twins. But the Twins are playing today. It doesn't make much sense to me at all. Yeah. So that's really the COVID update. 3 games postponed, so 20%. Marlins continuing to be in isolation. Phillies, no players yet, just a couple of staff members, but they're taking the rest of the week off as precaution, which makes sense. And now we're at the Cardinals. So who's next? What's next? We're not sure yet, but I'm sure something will come, and when it does, I'll be here. In other news, the Dodgers and Houston, this happened during the week. I wanted to pump one out, but I'll just throw it in here. Joe Kelly got into an altercation, and we had our first bench-clearing brawl. It was the first rematch since the Dodgers and Astros played in the World Series. The Astros being the cheaters, being the garbage can bangers, whatever you want to call them. First time the Dodgers have had a chance to rematch them in, I guess, 2 years, which is kind of surprising, but Joe Kelly, 6th inning, threw over Correa's head, then plunked, and then some words were exchanged, benches cleared, Joe Kelly stuck his tongue out, some words were exchanged between managers and teams, and no fists were thrown. But like, given this pandemic situation, I was very shocked that benches are clearing. But there's a lot of bad blood here. Definitely the Dodgers must hate these Astros because that was their World Series to win. But the MLB has come down and gave Joe Kelly an 8-game suspension, which A, is more games than any Astros player received for the cheating. And B, if you look at it as like a regular 162-game season, it's equivalent to 22 games. That's a large portion. Right now he's appealing. I'm sure it'll be reduced based on that scenario specifically. But he also does have a history of throwing at people, so I'm not too sure how it's going to go. At the end of the day, everyone's coming out and supporting Joe Kelly, really, across all sports. So, he's got a name for himself, and he, I guess, got the Dodgers a little bit of satisfaction, as much as they can get. The Dodgers did sweep the Astros, so there is a little bit of justice for them. I know it doesn't equate to winning a World Series or anything like that, but they did. They beat them 2 games. So that wraps up this week. Really the news. I haven't been making videos the way I thought. Doing a review video every day, which I realistically want to do, is just not feasible given timelines. Like, I work a full-time job, and 15 games a day can be tough. But maybe with these 20% postponements, I might be able to do it. But for sure, we're going to keep doing the power rankings videos. We're going to keep doing news videos whenever we get some news. I might just branch into some other sports, specifically hockey, as the playoffs are starting up. So make sure you stick along. We're in for a ride. This pandemic has been a fun time for sports, and we're just documenting the journey. Hope you guys are enjoying getting updates on the sporting world, and we'll keep on going. Till next time. Peace.